Maybe you have to like start the.
Yeah.
But um, what was it?
It was important.
It was important. It was important. No, but it's actually very beautiful. Just the freedom in
Express.
yeah, for expressing whatever without the the false sense of like, oh, but even if I'm expressing something that's really maybe it's painful or it's just whatever, but that you have to pretend that you're fine behind it, or that you're hoping for something better, or it's instead of it's just this whatever is, without that it has to be in a certain way or you have to be happy behind it. But for example, here really, like, I don't really have any friends left in the way that people write me, because I never write anyone, you know? Obviously, there's no, I don't want to talk to my spiritual friends because there's nothing to, that's the thing. Also, having friends in a way, it's just a concept, even it's appearing or it's not appearing. And it can be thoughts about, like, okay, there's not really anyone left. Maybe that's wrong. Is it right? But what should I have friends with? What am I supposed to do with friends? Because obviously this is very content by itself. It's really like that. Otherwise, there would be naturally, searching for contact with someone and hanging out. But even the thought of hanging out with someone just for the sake of hanging out, that doesn't feel like there's something I want to do, you know? And it's actually beautiful to just speak about that and just like, it is whatever. I don't know. And maybe friends will come along, that it can be, a more just an open relationship. Like there's no need for status and identity and storytelling and like having to know, contain your story with the other person's story. It's just I don't know, an unconditional friendship, I guess, in that way. Can be whoever, whatever, talking about whatever. But yeah, I guess friendships before for this one was very sticky, with the stories and the identities and what you were supposed to do. And obviously, a lot of those things have apparently died. So there's no one to relate to anymore that was in that, So that's fucking beautiful, I guess.
I'm imagining how it's gonna sound for the me, for the separate self, like, what the fuck? We don't have any friends? How they can live like that? I don't know. I don't miss anyone. It's crazy. Like in a story, being in a vacation, and it have happened here that Era have forgot that she have a daughter, and I'm thinking that in a dream you can't imagine or that this can happen. At least 16 years it didn't happen here, and also forgetting that there is mom, living thing called mom. Yeah. And of course, it doesn't matter that it doesn't need. Sorry, it doesn't mean that I don't love or I love less when there is
No.
one. There is always love. Have been always love, unconditional love. Nothing will change. Just the memory and the stories and the past and these kind of things collapses, and that you should have friends or I don't know, if you have so many friends to invite your birthday, that means that you are, I don't know, better than others than this one who have only
Yeah.
two friends to invite. And also in the story, I never called anyone. I wrote, but I rarely I called. I don't know. And yeah, some relationships happened, and there were friends, and same thing. Our friends were changed when we started to be more spiritual. Got new friends that you resonated that time, and had could share all these stories, and yeah, that was interesting. And of course now there are no similar topics to talk about, and really no need to have anybody any friends, any confirmation that yeah, I am real, you are real, and reflecting that, oh yeah, like when we were together in a story with friends, what was happening basically was we were sharing the experiences. Oh, what happened to me? Oh, and with me these things happened. I went to this ceremony and then I got this kind of blah blah blah, and or poor me, and I don't know, I don't have any stories to share anymore because nothing really happened, no experiences.
Exactly.
But I can't, of course, I always say that I am lucky that I have a husband that I can share this. I don't have any other comparison how this would be when there is, I don't know, husband that doesn't speak the same language, so to speak, or isn't interesting in this radical non-duality. Or yeah, I don't know, I don't have comparison, so no one's lucky or no one's poor because of where he is or she is seemingly in which story.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And something I guess that sounds really weird is also that really me talking to, a lady in the elevator for 2 minutes, it's equal to talking to a best friend. Like nobody is special or like feel, in a certain way in relationship to you. Like nothing can relate to someone anymore.
Owning
Yeah.
is
So
my friend.
yeah. Yeah. And also this like, no, I don't know. It's really all the same. And no one is like, for example, when I'm with my boyfriend, it's not this, yeah, like sense of, ooh,
I didn't hear you. It's like with your
but
friend you were saying.
yeah,
Here, now I hear.
no, but I don't know. And for example, like I have a boyfriend who I don't really speak about this with, but again, it's not. Yeah, sometimes there's someone here apparently like suffering a bit in the like, oh, fuck, nothing is real, like that can sometimes arise. But there's no one here like wondering why I am together with my boyfriend. It's just a natural resonance, a natural thing happening, like two animals, like these two cats here. They just sometimes hang out and sometimes they don't. Nobody's wondering. And then it's just beautiful life. And yeah, he's not into diving deep into life. It's just life being lived there. And also, it's not like I don't know. He's just very funny sometimes. It's obvious that it's not so sticky there in a way, if I can say that. It's very obvious, but it's just it's I don't know. It's just natural.
Mm.
It's not supposed to be in a certain way, and if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. And yeah, of course, it can be a lot of pain if we wouldn't be together anymore, like a heartbreak maybe or whatever. But again, it's not happening to someone, and that's so obvious. So it's so different in that way. He doesn't belong to me and my story. It's just that happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can be painful, but and it can last, I don't know, hours or days or even weeks, who knows. But when so comparing how it was, then I don't know, here in the story have been even suicide attempts because of the heartbreak,
Mm.
like or getting more attention, whatever was the behind in that idea. No one knows, no one did it. But yeah, when there is no one holding on anything, but still pain can arise, heartache. Because love is at the same time the heartache. It always comes together.
Yeah.
It's both.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
No, even sometimes watching my husband and thinking like, I fucking love so much that it's painful.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Also that.
And also, I don't know, to see or have this peace or see its beauty when there is lots of struggling or pain happening.
Exactly. There's also really beauty in that. And again, nothing wrong with like there's also, of course, so many images of how a relationship is supposed to be. And it's really beautiful when a relationship is happening and not like any rights or wrongs, nothing wrong with hurting each other or like it's just a part of the dance. And again, that's just really beautiful. but but it is. And it's also so amazing with this. Like something that has really changed is like Julie in the story could never like commit to anything, even if they were like long relationships. There were always fear of, is this it? Maybe there's something better. There was always this like can never just be in what is. Always like maybe I'm missing out, or maybe there's a better man out there, or fuck, it's so beautiful to just like none of that is present. It's just like you said, like seeing your partner. It's like the first time. It's like wow, oh, so beautiful. Like you forget what they look like when, and then they're there and like wow, oh, so beautiful. Oh, it smells so good, and like whoa, like just looking at the hands, oh, beautiful skin.
So amazing. So wow. Like, what is this? Wow.
Yeah. Oh, it's so like, oh, that's so amazing. It's really, yeah, it's beautiful. Damn, it's very beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know if I have shared it, but for you or in YouTube, I don't know. But I have shared it for someone that it have happened here that I'm passing the mirror and then watching. Wow.
Ah,
And I noticed when this was happening like a couple of weeks or like many times, and then it was like, what's going on? Because before in a story, all the time seeing from the mirror, ugly, wrong, not good, not perfect. These expectations and yeah. No, and it's not arrogance or something like I don't really think that here is someone better than other or beautiful. It's all beautiful. Even the ugliest face is so fucking beautiful and perfect.
yeah,
And yeah, that I don't know, this unconditional love or freedom just to love the appearance that coming from the mirror, because it's not seen with the stories and that this is ere and this means something, and it's just wow.
yeah,
Amazing
yeah. Oh,
to be able to see the beauty.
oh, it's so beautiful. It's like in my work, like I do social work, and I meet a lot of weird people, truly. Uh, and before it was, it was my job, but I always felt like sorry for them, or there was this like sense of, oh, if we just change that, it will be better. And fuck, they are so beautiful. Like now at work, because for example, I work with a lot of also like very like autistic people and people who don't really have like a filter. And oh, it's so like I just fall in love with them again and again and again because it's just this directness. And it's just really beautiful to not meet them with this sense of feeling pity or that they are wrong or any of that. It's just wow. And it, of course, even words can come out like, oh, maybe this would help you, but it's not this like, oh, I have to fix you. It's just fuck, they're so beautiful. It's really so beautiful. Sometimes I just have to do this because it's like, oh, even like the most, maybe alcoholic man, he has very bad skin and hasn't showered for weeks. But it's just this like, even in that raw ugliness, it's so like, oh, it's so beautiful. It's just stunning. It's really stunning. Really. And I don't know, I noticed that I guess they don't really sense that energy here anymore that I think they're wrong or nasty or whatever. So there's this new openness in my work, when I work with these people. And it's so beautiful. Just like children, they're just meeting people in this innocence, like innocently asking questions like, oh, why is your skin so red? But it's not like, oh, it's ugly. It's just like, why is it red? It's like, oh, it's because I drink a lot of liquor every day. Like they can have this fun conversation. And it's like this here now too. It's so much fun, but also helping in a way. It's just really beautiful.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard in somewhere outside one child was asking mom, why this lady is so fat? So innocent.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. I think it's so funny. It's so cute. So innocent. Yeah. Really so innocent. And also not like anymore this like I have to show them a certain image of me that, oh, I have it all together, I'm perfect. No, naturally it's always like comparing with this life, and like actually dragging up the shit and the dark stuff because obviously then there's this feeling of that they can actually relate to that. And I don't know, it's just more natural, no facade, like none of this like, oh, I'm perfect, and all this crap has just gone out the window. So it's really like a raw meeting in just like the how is it to be human? It's fucking everything. It's also the ugliness. So to show my ugliness in my work is beautiful actually.
Mhm,
It's really beautiful.
mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, not like why well look at you, you are drunk and you are living on the street, but if I could take my life together and be worker here and I have a place to live, and if it work here, then you should also be able to do that. It's gone. It's gone. There is no
Yeah.
one choosing anything to live on the streets, to be a drunkard, to be, I don't know, millionaire, whatever. It's the freedom appearing as everything. No one's better, and yeah, no hierarchy. Look at
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And that's just yeah. It's really nice. But it's not someone sitting there like, ooh, this is really nice. But there's just this yeah, just the lightness of life of what is happening. No one's special. The rich guy is not more special than the poor guy who smells like, who smells very bad. Because no one is choosing that. It's just empty fucking unconditional love. It's just, whoa. No separation. So yeah, really cool.
Done. I guess done.